Hello and welcome to the 2 Minute Storyteller. We all love stories, don't we? And there's one happening all around us. Inspired by the daily happenings and the good old thing called imagination, I bring to you stories penned by my heart and soul. These are just 2 minute stories, simple yet interesting. So, glad you joined in, and here's how the first one begins. The general graciously accepted the mansion gifted to him by the government for his sacrifices and love towards his country. During the war, the general and his platoon had taken refuge from the raging storm in an abandoned church, and in that stood an antique grandfather clock, draped in a silvery white cloth. The general instantly fell in love with it and sent it back to his home, claiming it as a souvenir. From that point, the entire face of the conflict changed, and the rebels that had dared to oppose the center lost. After the war, the celebrated war hero returned back and moved to the chateau with his family. But the war, which although had not taken toll on his body, it did on its mind and soul. His sleep was often disturbed by the screams of his comrades and loud gunshots. At such times, in the middle of the night, he would find comfort by the fireplace. The grandfather clock's rhythmic ticks and the pendulum's swing quickly brought peace to his mind. Eventually, he started spending most of his nights by the fireplace, staring at the towering clock's to and fro pendulum. His wife and kids grew wary of the old man's peculiar behavior, but they let it be, assuming it was normal for war veterans to act weird. Man, after all, was not created for war. But one fateful day, things got out of hand. The maid who was sweeping the area accidentally knocked over the grandfather clock. The clock fell with a loud thud, and with it followed the old general's shrieks. He sprinted across the room, and when he was just about to strike the maid, his wife stopped him. The old man collapsed. He started weeping and wailing on the floor. The other servants rushed and picked up the clock. Thankfully, it was still working. Hearing the rhythmic ticks again, the old man stood up, and as though nothing had happened, went to his armchair and quietly sat down, listening to the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. The end. Hope you liked it. You can check out our podcast on Spotify, where we have already posted more than 10 tales under the name The 2 Minute Storyteller. On YouTube, make sure to tune in next week, where I'll present you with another slice of life. Until then, farewell, bye-bye, and take care.